Happy Friday, guys! Look at all these bottles of mine. I have more actually, but yes. These, I love bottles. Today is Friday favorites. And one of my favorites about Reborns are collecting bottles. I love the different kind of bottles and the different kind of designs, the different colors. I love it. I love collecting them. I love modifying them. And I want to share with you some of my favorites and why I love them. First of all, because when I had my sons, I did bottle feed them. People asked me if I ever breastfed them, and I couldn't. So, I tried, but I have my reasons why I didn't want to. I totally saw leaking. Now, when my babies were young, I used only these kind, the Playtex. And these are not mine originally, because I donated all of my bottles. But I found these again at a thrift store, and I'm like, those are what I used to use. I totally want them. But they didn't come with any... can't do this. They didn't come with any nipples, so I'm going to have to buy some. But when my kids were young, they had the latex kind, which I really, really, really like the look of. So I'll try and move you back a bit. Let's see if I can. I'm sorry you see my floor there a bit. I'm so sorry. Okay. So my favorite kind of bottles. For role play, I really, really, really absolutely love the wide neck nipples. Now, I've done this before in another video, but I think I had an old camera, and it was a long time ago. My collection was not this big. But this is one, a Playtex, that I did not fill, and I don't think I modified it yet either. Let me see how close. No, I didn't. Or wait. Oh. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. I did modify this. I did. See that very, very tip? Now, I used a clear silicone to seal this. The very first time I tried to seal... Oh, there's my phone again. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, the very first time when I tried to modify bottles, I did use the silicone, but it wasn't clear. It was white. And this is one of them. I love this Tommy Tippy bottle, by the way. But this is one where I had the white silicone, and you could totally see it. But I love how it looks. How realistic. This is a really, really old one. See how it's... This is one of my first bottles I've ever made. Way back when I had Jamie. Which is about a year ago. Just over a year ago. This is a year old. And in it is lotion and water, but it did make this residue. So I could totally just clean that out. By the way, I don't mind cleaning bottles. I used to do this video a long time ago, and somebody was mentioning that they don't like the hassle of changing out the bottles, cleaning them and putting in new lotion. So I just want to mention that this lotion is over a year old, and the only reason why there's ugly residue, this is the only bottle of my old ones that have this residue, is because it was sitting there for so long. But if you shake it up, it'll totally work again. So that was using the old white silicone. This is the silicone that is my favorite. And make sure it says clear. See how it says clear at the top? And it's from the kitchen and bath. But it says the silicone one. Now some bottles are blue. This one was red. So, and make sure that's waterproof. Well, the ones from the kitchen and bath will be waterproof for sure. Because I remember trying to look on here, it doesn't say waterproof. But if it's for the kitchen and bath, it's guaranteed going to be waterproof. So, but some people buy blue tube, and it says waterproof right on there, but this stuff is waterproof. So, but make sure it's clear, okay? And it's just like, okay, wait. Oh, I'm trying to pull it off, but you have to unscrew it. So you just squeeze it out, but I'm not going to right now, because I'm not modifying anything. When you modify bottles, you want them to dry for at least 24 hours. Some people are a little impatient and they try and dry it for like 3 hours or 4 hours because it says on the tube it can dry in 3 or 4 hours. But to be perfectly safe, let it dry for 24 hours. Let's see. Oh yes, the wide nipples. Okay. So here is a Tommy Tippy, a little one. Let's see if I modified it. I did modify the tip with the clear. You could barely see it. But I love these Tommy Tippies, and maybe I should get one that has stuff in it. So I know I have one. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. I made this one the same time I made this one. Now, many months ago when I did make this, I was comparing the two, like this is downy only, and this is using lotion and water. So now we know that over time, the lotion gets yuck. So you're going to have to wash it out. And look at this. The downy did not make anything. And they were stored in the same places. See, you can tell that I used the white tipped silicone. That was my first batch of trying out modifying bottles. So, but you can see that this nipple is like kind of cloudy, and this one is still looking clear. But you know what? The one on the left looks more realistic. The lotion and water is a bit more thicker. Let's see, I'll take off these lids. A bit more thicker. So I did do a video on this. I did do a video on comparing the two, okay? But it's in my archives, and the camera quality was probably really bad. So, but yeah, see that ugly residue? It's not hard to clean that out. But if you do mind cleaning bottles, if you don't want to do that, then use a downy. But I don't mind. Okay, the next favorite kind of bottle I absolutely love are these. Oh, I think I mentioned these Playtex. Now this is with downy, because there was a period of when I was into using downy only, because everyone was saying how awesome downy was, and adding like a tiny bit of vanilla extract to make it like breast milk color. But I tried that too in my video. I did one plain downy, and then I did one, because everyone was saying I use downy and I water it down just a little bit. So I tried that too, and I did a comparison, and then I did one with a little bit of food coloring and one with vanilla extract. But to be honest, if you add a little bit of vanilla extract, it doesn't change the color that much. So, and then it just looks weird after that. So this is the downy, and this is a clear silicone. I just put the tip and it works. Now the reason why I love Playtex and the Tommy Tippies and the Nooks, I'll show you that after, is because when you role play, you can put this, hide the nipple like completely and easily. So there you go, pretending to feed. And see, if you look all the way around at any angle, you can't see that nipple, and it makes it look like the baby is really feeding. And you're not putting a lot of pressure on this, like on this part, I mean. And I'll show you with the no-hole nipples what I mean about that. So I love these. The Playtex, the tummy tippies. Let's see if I can get that tummy tippy back. Now the Playtex one is a little bit easier to push in, like at the bottom. But still, the tummy tippies are really good for the role play too. Now for, I'm just gonna get you closer here so I can reach. Oh, totally sorry about that. Here's a nook. Oh. I'm sorry. Ah, what a video, hey? Okay. The nook nipples I love too. The only thing about the nooks is that I sealed this, but over time you'll lose the seal because this nipple is like a really odd shape. So every time like you go like this a bit, you're gonna tiny break the seal just a little bit. But still, I love that, and it was so easy to push in like that, so easy. So I do love the nooks. The only thing is because of the odd shaped nipple tip, the seal can break a little bit easier. This one, you could tell I made a big globby mess of that silicone, because it's harder to seal. But because I'll show you this nook. This one did start to break. Like, you can't tell it's leaking, but when you push down, like, it depends on where you push it down. This one leaks a little bit, but it depends. So when you role play, just make sure that's sealed really good. But as for hiding the nipples and stuff, I would say the Playtex is number one. See how it's leaking now? Because of that, it's broken. I'm going to have to reseal these, which is not hard to do either. So the number one would be the Playtex, and the tummy tippies next, and then the nooks. I love how they look for role play. I want to mention like these sippy cups, because I do have a toddler Reborn. My biggest Reborn is Bethany Grace, and she is a Cuddles Kit by Donna Rupert. And she wears like a 12-month clothes, and her pajamas are 18-month clothes. So yeah, she's a big girl. So she does not need a bottle. She uses a sippy cup. And I did not modify these in any way. I didn't touch these, because I know from being a mom of real sons, these do not leak. And besides, these are mostly for role play. So, I mean, they don't leak. They don't. So you don't need to seal these. But for role play, I love using these. And just keep the lid on. If you're worried about a little bit of drips, just keep the lid on. That's all. Now, some of these don't come with a lid. Like this one I got from the dollar store. I love Cookie Monster. So, but I'm not going to modify this at all. I'm just going to add my lotion and water and mix it up, and there you go. Bing! I'm not modifying the sippy cups. I don't need to. They don't leak. Well, they will leak if they're upside down for a long, long time. Okay, I'm moving you closer because I want to show you, oh yes, because speaking of sippy cups, here is one that I made of apple juice. Doesn't it look real? It looks so real. I have a tutorial on making this in my archive, so just check it out. And maybe I'll redo it one day. But yes, that is my apple juice. And I did do an orange juice. Now this orange juice, I'm just going to move you back here for a second. This orange juice I made like in my very first batches. And look, it did not make any residue. And all this is water, lotion, and food coloring. But look how real that looks. Like the real orange juice. And this is using the old white ugly tip that I used to use. Now these ones, I want to talk about these skinny ones. They don't go in realistically at all. Like when you're pretending. And you have to be careful because if you push too hard, you're going to break the steel between, like, in there, and it will leak. So that's the only thing I don't like about these skinny nipples, is that they don't look as realistic. Here is one with the no-hole nipple. Nani's no-hole nipples. I showed you how to get them. So I love the no-hole nipples because you don't have to modify. It's perfect. But you can't push too hard. If I push anymore, this is going to start to leak. So I can't really do this. Because I was doing this one time, role playing, and it started leaking on the side of it. I'm like, nah. So I can't do it as hard. And if you don't do it as hard, then you could totally tell that I'm faking. Like, because you can totally see it. So, these I love using for props, just as is like that. But if I'm going to role play, like pretending to feed, I would definitely use a Playtex, a Nook, or a Tommy Tippy, or anything that has a nice wide nipple. See, I did modify this one. I just didn't add anything. But you can totally hide that and pretend. Like, you can't even see all of the... Like, see? I love that. Okay, what else do I want to show you? This, I love these old-fashioned latex nipples. I love that look. Here's one I got for a gift. I'm like, wow, where'd you get this? A red one? Cool. But also about the latex is that they are softer. Like, they're a lot easier to push. Now, I made this using, you can buy these. They look like this. When you buy them, this is real formula. And it's expired now. So I bet you if I open this lid, I'm gonna probably gag. But, yeah. So you just unscrew this, and you take off the metal piece, and you buy these nipples separately like that. But you can totally use a no-hole nipple on these. They will work easily. So I love these preemie bottles. Now the first one I made, because you know you dump out the formula and then you have to clean it out. First one I made, I got the outside of it wet too, and then so the edges of this kind of looked, you know, it started peeling. So it looked awful. And I'm like, no, I wrecked it. But it's okay, because you have to buy a pack of 6 at least of these. So I just opened a new one, and I dumped it out carefully, and I carefully cleaned it out without trying to touch any water on here at all. So I did, and I was successful. Yay. So... But I used one of these blue ones. Oh shoot, did I throw that out then? I must have. Darn it. Why did I throw out the whole thing? That was dumb. I just realized that. Oh well. No biggie. This one is cute. I won this. I do have a Reborn monkey. Her name is Chloe Genevieve, and I totally let her use this. And I love how it has a latex nipple. So, but I don't pretend to feed her at all, because look, it's like totally fake. I just spin it. Oh, I know what I want to say. Maybe we'll use a dry one. Okay. There's a tutorial on YouTube on how to modify these without the silicone. And what you do is you stick a toothpick in here. And it goes down like this. And when you stick a toothpick in there, it stays like this. And then you could totally like role play like this. And that can look real too. The only thing I don't like about it is when you're done playing, it's gonna stay, well, it won't pop up. That toothpick will keep it down. And I promise it does not leak. It actually really works. But the thing is, when you take it off, it'll stay like that. And it'll stay like that. And when you put the lid on, you'll stay like that. And I'm like, not realistic. But it does work. It works really well. Like, so if you're using the bottle for roleplay only, it's totally perfect to do it like that. But when you take it off, because I love taking pictures with the bottle beside them, and if the nipple's down like this, it's like, it doesn't look real to me. So, you can do that too. I've tried that method as well. This is a bottle here with no hole nipple. So yeah, I love how that looks. I love how realistic. And this is using lotion and water that I made the other day on one of my videos. But like I said, if you pretend to use it, go very gentle. Very gentle. Otherwise, if you push it too hard, it'll leak. So be careful about that. But it can look real, I guess. It can look pretty real. So, yeah. Would you like to see my collection now? After I talked for like 20 minutes? Okay. This is one that I put a little bit of stuff in. I think this is only Downy only. I can tell because it looks runny. It looks like 1% milk. And I did not add water to this. This is just plain Downy. So yeah, my 1% milk. And I don't like this look. I don't. So I just take it off. But I got this from the dollar store. Isn't it really cute? And I used oh, nothing. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze really bad. But no, this one I had to put the stopper in. And this is the original nipple. But I don't like it because it totally does not look realistic. But that's my own personal preference. Of course, everyone has their own preferences. These are my preferences. So when I get my no-hole nipples, which I do have them, I will totally change that out and take out this stopper. But I have this cute one from the dollar store. I have this one that I showed you from the dollar store. I totally just, like I said, take this off. And I wouldn't even use it. What else? I have this pirate one from the dollar store, which is really cute. What other ones do I have? Here, I'll move you up because so I can reach. Oh, this one. Oh, no, you're too close. This one, which is really, really cute. Like I said, I'll just take this off and put a no-hole nipple in here. It'll fit. So I have that one. Really cute. Let's see, I'll just, instead of, let's see, I'm trying to get my foot in here. Okay. So, I have this one from a box opening. I'm just going to throw them over to this side. This one is from the dollar store. This one is from the dollar store. This one from the dollar store. This one is from the dollar store. I put Downy in here. My 1% milk. This one I got in a box opening. Same with this one, I think. Or no, yeah. From the same artist. These ones my fiance bought me. Aw, so sweet of him. He bought me, it came in a pack of 3. Came in one with a red or pink. Came with a blue one. And it came with a green one. I'm like, oh, thank you. I can't believe that. And these are similar. These are purple one, the pink one. And I think that's it. Okay, these ones are newbies, which they're not the Nooks, they're newbies. And these ones could use the no-hole nipples. But I love the designs on here. So I have these 8 ounce, there's that one, there's a giraffe, there's a plain one with elephants and bubbles. This one has a zebra. This one has the flowers and butterfly. This one has an elephant and stars. This one, a dog and bubbles. This one is that same puppy, a different design. This one's a plain pink one. Oh wait, it has sheep on it. Cool. And these are the 4 ounce, and they're all the same. They're all the same as those big ones that I showed you, just in 4 ounce size. I just wanted to collect them because I could. This one's so pretty. This one. And I have a Bountiful Baby one, and apparently it came with a no-hole nipple as well, but it's different than Nani's. Here's a 4 ounce little Advent one. I got this as a gift from Wendy. This is my smaller Playtex one. I have the big one too that I showed you before. This one is a Scholastic one, the cow that jumped over the moon. This one is the Cat and the Fiddle. And this one is And the Dog Laughed to See Such a Sport. And this one is a Nook Penguin one. I got that as a gift from Wendy. And where's my other Nook ones? I have a small one. Got that in a box opening from Wendy. This is from the dollar store. An elephant, and it's one of my very first ones. See, look. Oh wait, that's a Downy. Never mind. I was gonna say, see, the lotion in the water did not make a residue, but no, this is the Downy. I can tell, but look at my bad job of that. It's funny. I'll replace that with a no-hole nipple. And then I have this one from the dollar store. And then I have these, which I got from cookiekids.com, and I do have a box opening of that. So if you want to see all these gorgeous Mickey Mouse bottles and Ninja Turtle bottles, then I have that. Ah, making a mess. So I actually had them all in those drawers over there. So, and I'm just going to try and move you. That's the belly plate of Zolan's. My Zolan Francis. Okay, I just want to show you this. I also have over here. Here's my, you know, it's sweating in here. It's so hot. This is for taking off the sweat. Okay, here's the Nook that I showed you before. And I love these things too. Here's that big Playtex one. I have to find the lid for it. I do have it. It's right here. Should put that on now so I don't lose it. Same with this Tommy Tippy one. It's hard with one hand. Okay. So I have, oh, that's Minnie Mouse. I showed you that one. I showed you these that I bought. Here's a Big Bird. Here's a Cookie Monster sippy cup. This is from the dollar store, just a plain pink one. I showed you that. Here's some more sippy cups. I like this little lion. I have a nook that looks like that. Here's a new one that I didn't open yet because I thought I might give it to somebody. But I have another one that I did open. Tummy Tippy. I have a little alligator sippy cup. This is an Elmo bottle. I showed you that one already. Here's a blue one from the dollar store, just like that pink one. Here's, I got this from a thrift store for like $1. It's an older Playtex nurser kind, the clear kind. So that's cool. Another little bountiful baby one. Another sippy cup with rainbow and teddy bears. This one is a sippy cup elephant. This is another sippy cup with pears, a Tommy Tippy kind. It comes with a lid, I like that. This is just from that bottle. Same with this. Some old fluff. Just kidding. Oh, one of these, another one of those. This is a bottle holder. And it's like a princess carriage. It's cute. But it's a bottle holder. Like, you know how they have passy clips? This is like a bottle clip, kind of. I have a blue one like this. Another Playtex nurser with a thing. A really pretty pink one. And here's just a little bracelet that I have. So yeah, that's my collection. Isn't it big? And guess what? I love collecting bottles. And I love collecting nipples. I mean, that sounded so funny. I was looking at this when I said that. I love collecting pacifiers. So anyways, guys, this is really super long. It's like half an hour, 33 minutes. So thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you're having a really great day. And until next time, have a happy weekend, guys. Love you. See you next time. Bye for now.